at 10.5, Magnus with a half-point lead. We've had liftoff already. We've got the first few moves in. So we're going to go straight into the action. This is our marquee matchup, and I think we stick to this one. The board. Let's quickly start from the beginning because I think we missed the first few moves on, and just take us through the opening moves.
So they used to play queen f3 here and try to double these pawns, but that's gone out of fashion. Arjun taking the two bishops right away, or at least hoping to.
I think he took it. Bishop f5, queen f5 is already on the board.
But how big the advantage of the two bishops here is an open question.
Is the mindset going to be a factor for Arjun from what we just saw a few moments ago?
I think you don't have time to sit and reflect too much. He has probably dropped himself right back into this game, and he'll just be here. But look, a small part of him is irritated.
It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. You carry that with you. Yeah. But I think once the game starts, you're really focused on that. So.
Okay, h6 bishop h4 already happened. So which side should Magnus castle on?
I think it depends first of all where he plays. Does he go queen e7, queen e6, or is he going to go queen b6? All these things matter. If he goes queen e7, queen b6, he could castle long. In fact, queen e7 he could castle long. If he wants to play queen a5 or something, that's an entirely different struggle. We'll see.
So if the queen goes to b6 or a5, then casting short can be possible.
Okay, so he's
goes g6,
playing g6. So if queen f3, what does he want to do? King f8, king g7 maybe? Or he can castle.
Seems a bit risky to castle here, but I think it works.
No, queen f3, you should castle. It's not easy to get an attack going with your pawns are still far behind. So he's come back queen to f3. And now he goes queen e7. Queen c2, queen e7, bishop d3, okay. Magnus goes for g5.
Oh, long castle, there was this nice tactic with knight takes d5, so I think he just...
Yes, that is true. You can show that maybe.
Yeah, just really quickly, let's go back.
In this position, if black castle, there was knight takes d5, which is a very nice tactic. Okay,
with
coming
the
back.
bishop pinning the knight. So
now
we have this position, Saj, with queenside castling and Arjun lining up for the b pawn moving ahead.
b4 already on the board. Arjun already attacking, and Magnus is not backing down either with h5, h4. So whose king is safer?
The problem for white is a b5, there's c5 still. So Arjun has to prepare this a bit more. Ideally, Arjun would have castled and rook fc1 and then b5 will work. But white doesn't have time to castle now because Magnus is going to play h4. So maybe, I think on average I'd rather be black. He's gone knight a4.
To stop c5, so next he wants to go b5. It's such a race, so h4. And do you have time to go b5?
Hg3.
Takes on c6. No, first you have to trade.
You have to do rook h8, bc6. I go rook h1, rook b1, and then move the knight. Maybe that actually works for white, but I might...
maybe, yeah.
If I go h4, you go b5, I might want to play cb5 first. That could be a thing.
So
he goes rook c8 instead.
Yes, he stops it. Prophylactic b5, c takes b5 or c5, both may be possible.
So white can play what, knight c5 here?
Also, Wesley's probably rooting for Magnus right now because Wesley is a point behind Arjun. So I think Wesley would love to finish ahead of Arjun in the table right now. Arjun with white, he's trying to get to the king as well. b5 coming in next. h4 still not on the board and perhaps not as strong with the rook on h8 pinned.
Yeah.
He goes for it.
He has gone h4.
a5, okay. Is the plan to go a6 or is he hoping that black plays a6 and then you can maybe in some world you can go bishop takes a6?
Could be any of those things. I mean, it's just a useful move, I think, for the moment. Because b5 is still not a threat.
Just take
and I think a6, knight b7 seems a bit strange. So Magnus defends his rook on h8.
But if that
so he goes gh4, rook h4, fine. Take, and now bishop f5 would be nice.
So this is a slight mistake, at least according to the engine.
Because of bishop f5? For whom, by the way?
It was a mistake for black. Queen f8 was a mistake. The bar.
Yeah, because now bishop f5 looks pleasantish.
And there's really no attack on the white king. The rooks have been traded off. You know, the king on f1 will defend that g2 pawn nicely.
Bishop f5 and king f1 is a lovely structure to have.
Arjun so far doing everything right in this game.
Yeah.
What's the time situation, Sahaj?
Knight takes. He's on 56 seconds versus 36 seconds. So Magnus and some time pressure as well. This is looking good. Bishop
But
f5.
why did Arjun play a6 and trade that knight? Couldn't he have just continued? Or maybe bishop f5, he was afraid of black playing a6, but seems very strange because bishop f5, king f1 is such a nice plan.
But you know, you get this pleasant position. You're playing against Magnus. You still have to get the job done. You have to continue doing it, and that plays tricks with your mind as well.
Sure, no doubt. So the knight has already gone to f6. It might even go e8 to d6. That's why I really wanted the second knight alive.
Plays f3. Oh, that's a slight mistake here.
Oh, is he looking at king f2, rook h1 idea is now trying to transfer? Or queen f2, like you said.
That's also a
maybe.
very nice idea, Tanya. Queen, oh, but he gives up the g3 square, so a bit unlikely to play king f2 now. Maybe
But
queen
one
f2
more
is
queen
still
f2.
possible. Okay, bishop h3 to defend this.
One gets the feeling the momentum is shifting. You know, black is putting.
I think black is doing well.
Oh.
So now he's bringing the knight out to the d6 and c4. Could he go rook c3, take c6? Probably not. Queen h7 might be a nice move.
Oof.
Just throw it.
It's full board awareness.
Yeah, queen h7, because then if knight d6, I have a check.
Stops a little short of that, I think.
He's offering to exchange the queens.
Takes. Knight d6. Oh, rook e7. Okay.
Wow, Magnus, you see, he's also.
He's just taking over, isn't he?
Yeah.
A6 is going to fall now, Anand.
Rook e6, what is he doing? He's going to go bishop f5.
Oh, that was a mistake because rook c6, knight b4. Oh.
And now he's lost, yeah. Knight d3, b4, a5 resigns, yeah.
Unbelievable. Magnus is doing it again. And for Arjun, once again a great start. And perhaps Anand will show us how it slowly slipped away, and that's it. Arjun resigns and Magnus reacts to that victory. He takes a big lead, and I think he might already be the champion of the Blitz because he moves on to 12 points.
Yeah.
Wesley isn't catching up with him. Magnus Carlsen is the winner of the Tata Steel Chess India Blitz.
Yeah, you are right, and it's the same. The same thing happened in the rapid section as well. He won one round to spare, and yeah, 1.5 point lead. He has already won the tournament. Sad.
Champ he is, though. I mean, just the way he does it, you know, a full Houdini effect, how difficult it is to take down Magnus, even from better positions. He stops by to see the other games, but he's got to be feeling good inside.
Yeah.
Sahaj, Wesley